Today, we're going to talk about what not to bring on a cruise line. And this comes from a story from an influencer that I just asked aboard on Virgin Voyages. So stay tuned and hear what happened. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me. We are going to talk about what not to bring on board, and I'm going to tell you the story why this whole podcast actually was born. It's funny. We've actually never talked about this, which is kind of funny that I've never talked about it. I feel like it's almost a given, but sometimes it's not. So I'll tell you the story that I just invited on board. Travel Foodie Guide is his name. So it's Travel Foodie Guide on Instagram. He was hysterical, super great. He was amazing. It was literally his first cruise. He's never been on a cruise before, but it didn't occur to me to say, hey, you know what? Don't bring these things on. So funny enough, he was tagging me on all of his stories, and I see this one come through or actually, you know what? I don't know if he tagged me on this one. This one he left untagged. So I was going through his stories looking at what was happening because he was actually just posting galore as soon as he got on board, which is amazing. And his personality is unreal. So we're actually going to interview him. So you're going to get to see him and listen to him speak and talk about his experience in a couple weeks here because we're going to do a whole talk back about it. But this story is pretty funny and we'll probably address it, I'm sure, on the podcast. So anyways, I'm going through the stories and I'm looking at it and he's like, I just got called into security. He's like, what did your boy do? And he's like saying this on the story. And I was like, and I'm watching it going, oh man, what did he bring on board? I was like, he did ask us if he can bring on one thing. We told him no. So that's on the no list. I'll tell you that in a minute. We told him no, that was a no-go. We actually tried to get it approved from Virgin and they still said no. But I was like, what did he bring on board? And I was like, it had to have been the one that everybody brings on board. It had to be the one thing that everybody brings on board that they don't realize. And then sure enough, it was not what I thought it was. So stay tuned to hear what it is because I'm going to tell you here in just a second because it's part of the list, obviously. So let's get down to the top 12 things that people bring on board that are a big no on the cruise. So it's kind of funny. Some of them I feel like, in my opinion, are pretty self-explanatory. Like you just kind of know that that's a no. You don't bring that on board. But apparently not to other people. So here we go, in case you don't know. The number one thing, in my opinion, that gets brought on board that people don't understand are irons and steamers. Everyone tries to bring on an iron and a steamer. I love it. I love that you want your clothes to just totally be wrinkle-free, but I'm going to be honest with you, nobody cares. I could care less, unless, obviously it looks like a crumpled muppin, which is a dish towel in Italian, then maybe you should probably bring on a steamer, but nobody cares. I'm not looking at you with some, lines in your clothes going, oh my gosh, I don't care. So don't worry about your steamers. Leave that at home, especially if you're flying, you don't want that extra weight anyways. Leave home that iron and that steamer. The next thing, this is the one that got our influencer. He had no idea, was a power strip. You cannot bring a power strip on board. I think it's kind of odd, but and I don't really know the reasoning behind it. My guess is that the electricity isn't good enough. Like you're going to blow the fuse basically for bringing on the power strip. You're plugging in too many things. I don't know. Please know that I know you person that's out there, the electrician is probably like, that doesn't even make sense. I really don't know. Electricity is not my jam. Travel is. But so they do not let you bring on power strips or extension cords. So be really careful about that. Extension cords as well. So we get asked all the time about CPAP, if you can bring an extension cord on. You can on most cruise lines request it because maybe your CPAP doesn't have a long enough extension cord or you need one because of where the bed is, because we all know that some of these older cruise ships, the charger is miles away. So you can request it on some cruise ships, but you are not allowed to bring on power strips, surge protectors, or extension cords. So that is what Travel Foodie Guide brought on board, was a power strip or an extension cord. I'm not sure which one it was. It might have been both combined, but that's what he brought on board and got called down to security to have it taken away. So that happens. And then the other one that's really interesting, you're going to die about, which I think is hysterical in a way. You can't bring kettles and coffee makers. I had a client that was like, I brought on my coffee maker and it made it on. She actually had it on board. But then the housekeeping found it and was like, you can't have this. So like somehow she made it on board with this coffee maker. And she's like, what do you mean I can't have a coffee maker? And they're like, you can't have a coffee maker in your room. So they confiscated it and she was none too happy. But you can't have hot plates, kettles, or coffee makers. Anything in that family, know that that is not something to bring on board. So again, leave it at home. I got to be honest, most cruise lines have great coffee now. I mean, one of the big cruise lines, Royal Caribbean, they actually have Starbucks on board. Virgin uses, oh geez Louise, who does Virgin use? Oh, I see it all the time. That is going to kill me. I'm so sorry, but they have a pretty decent coffee provider as well. So all of them have decent coffee on board. So you don't need to carry around your hot plate, your kettle, or your coffee maker. Trust me, you'll be just fine for a week. I promise. The other thing that is very interesting, and this is another one, is candles, incense, and wax warmers. So again, that goes along with all of those heating elements. So if you generally stick to the theme of, is this a heating element? Yes, then it can't come on board. So stick to that theme. Obviously, that changes when it comes to hair. You can use a straightener on your hair. You can use a blow dryer because they both have heating elements, obviously. So you can bring those on board. But stick to those things and you'll be good. Your stuff won't be confiscated. If you have ever wanted to join us for a Girls Gone Cruising, please come join us next
October 3rd through the 8th, 2026.
Because we are going to
Grand Turk and Bimini.
Woohoo! So join us next year because we would love to have you there. We will be in the massive suite again, so you'll get to hang out in there and have a little not basic bevy, but a bevy of your choice. And come join us so that we can party together. We'll see you then. So this is another one that's come into massive popularity, especially during COVID. Everyone bought one because everyone was bored, and either that or they were trying to spy on their neighbors. I really don't know which one it was, but a drone. You cannot bring a drone on board for several reasons, I'm sure. Very obvious ones, one would guess, but drones are not allowed. Some are allowed with restrictions, but there's a lot of cruise lines that have just said, nope, no can do. Virgin's actually one of them. So there's a lot that goes on with it. They actually have to get special licensing and all that stuff to actually get to allow you to use it on board if you need it, if you're going to use it. Here is one that I feel like is kind of a no-brainer, but let's be honest, some of you do carry this stuff around, and that's totally fine. Your prerogative, but it's not okay on board. Weapons! You cannot bring weapons on board of any kind, even pocket knives, nothing. Swiss Army knife, nothing. If you got it through and you're sitting here listening to this podcast going, I got my Swiss Army knife through, you can pat yourself on the back or consider yourself lucky because that's not a thing. So that stuff is not on board. No, you're not allowed to bring, guns, knives, all the things. So leave that at home for later when you're ready. So this one I thought was funny. And it makes sense, especially if you're going to the Caribbean. Water sport gear that uses compressed air. So like a scuba, right? Scuba gear, scuba tanks, that kind of stuff. You cannot bring that on board. It makes sense that someone would think to themselves, let me bring this on board and try and use it. That's definitely not, they don't allow you to do that. Here's another one that's widely smelt, is that a word? Smelled on board, and that it does slip through. So CBD products are illegal, and also marijuana. So no marijuana, no doobies, no, what is it, reefer, whatever it is that you prefer to call it, it's not allowed. So if you get it snuck on board, if you get to sneak it on board, which is what you'll be doing, then I guess good for you. Happy days are here again. But that is, just know that it's not allowed on board. It's not accepted. It's not allowed. So don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get it taken away. Know that is definitely not on board, not allowed on board. The other one, and this varies, obviously, as you know, but alcohol. So majority of the time, the cruise line will allow you to bring on a wine, a champagne, usually 2 per cabin. Sometimes you can bring on 6 cans of beer depending on the cruise line, but the hard liquor is a big no. You're not allowed hard liquor on board. So if you are any sort of liquor drinker and you're like, let me save some money with this one bottle that'll get me through like the day, you're not allowed to bring that on board. So leave that at home and switch to wine for the week or whatnot. And like I said, you're usually allowed 2 per cabin. So here's another one that goes along with heating pads, or goes along with heating. It's heating pads. So while, that would be amazing if that like is your savior for all the things, heating pads are also not allowed. So those will be confiscated as well. Here's another one that's interesting. It's fishing poles. And while some cruise lines will allow you, majority of them don't for obvious reasons. So no fishing poles. So you're not going to be hanging your fishing pole off the cruise line trying to pick up the biggest shark on the planet. Like it's not happening. So leave your fishing pole at home. Save that for the creek out back or the lake in your backyard. That's not happening over the ship. And then actually, I haven't been even counting. I just realized this, but we're on number 12. The final one is a metal detector, which seems really, really cool to use, obviously, in a beach and whatnot, searching for things. You're not allowed to bring it on. And then honorable mention. So we did go just through 12, but honorable mention of them would be this one I thought was hysterical, a clothesline. And I was like, cruise lines already have clotheslines. So like they usually give that to you. It's usually in the shower. You can pull the little tab, put it up there and hang up all the things. And a lot of people use their cabin or use their balcony, hang things out there or lay things out on their balcony. But yes, clotheslines are not allowed to come on board. Go figure. That was honorable mention because I thought it was interesting. And I was kind of like, who is bringing that on board, especially when there are already clotheslines in there. So what happens when you do bring one of these prohibited items on board? Usually it's confiscated right there at the port. So depending on where it is, it will be confiscated right there at the port. If it's in your checked luggage, you could possibly, like my travel foodie guide, be called down to security and told that your stuff is being taken out. Or you can, just have it removed and find out later that it's not there. And then what happens to it is there is a table. It's the naughty table. I like to call it the naughty table. And it's literally usually, don't quote me on this, but it's usually a folding table of someone standing there with all the things on this table laid out. And you have, a little claim ticket and you come and pick up your steamer or your heating element, which is usually what it is. But it's funny to watch the table. The table is hysterical. It's usually filled with all the things. So just save yourself the time. Know that nobody cares about your wrinkled clothes. You can get a good cup of coffee. You definitely can't have a candle. Obviously, that seems pretty evident or, knowledgeable. Like people don't know that, but clearly they don't. And your surge protectors and extension cords may get confiscated, but those will all be there. So they don't actually take it. Know that they don't take it and keep it unless you don't pick it up. It will be at a table for you, but that is what happens when you bring a prohibited item on board. So I thought I would talk about that really quickly, only because, I didn't even think about it because the travel foodie guide got stopped, but it was literally his first cruise. So he had no idea what he could and couldn't bring on board. So who knows? He probably had a steamer as well. So just be aware of those. And obviously every cruise line. So, clearly I didn't get through everything and all the things that are prohibited, but every cruise line will have it listed on their website. So whatever cruise line you're going on, go and look on their website and see what the prohibited items are and check it out so that you're not, the one standing at the folding table picking up your item after the cruise, especially when you're probably trying to get to your flight or get out of there. So, all right, well, I hope that helps somebody. And I think that's it. Join me on Facebook at Virgin Voyages Cruise Tips and Deals, and follow me at Samantha-Fabulous Adventures Travel on Facebook, and also my Instagram at Samantha's Travels. And we will see you next week. And I'll leave you with my favorite phrase, which is, you float our boat. All right. See you guys later. Bye.